Now, let's look at our second discussion this morning. Nigeria stands at a critical point where the nation navigates political shifts, economic pressure, and the countdown to the 2027 general election begins. Politically, the landscape is already warming up with parties positioning themselves, forging alliances, and strategizing for influence. Governance performance between now and 2027 will be closely watched as public trust hinges on delivery of campaign promises and tangible improvements of the citizens and their lives. Now, joining us for this conversation is the Managing Director of Owolabi Ventures, author and public speaker, Owolabi Ramon. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us on the program.
Thank you very
this
much.
morning.
Good morning.
Tell us the state of the nation at this time. Like we said earlier on the show before you joined us, that the Director General of WTO says that the economy is stable. We just need to inject some indices to make it grow faster. What do you make of the state of the nation, especially the economy?
Well, the state of the nation is very obvious for everybody to see. You know, when something is working, you don't need anybody to come and tell you, this thing is working, this is working. When a nation is working, everybody knows a nation is working. This nation, I don't think Nigeria has a problem as it is, but we Nigerians are the problem.
Many Nigerians on social media will, argue with that statement.
Yes, because they don't see what I'm saying.
Okay, what are you seeing?
Now, what I'm saying is this. A nation that has a problem will be plagued with a lot of natural disasters. You get my point? We don't have tsunami in Nigeria. We don't have most of these problems that most of those other countries have. So what we have in Nigeria is the problem of the people. Now, it is easy for people to point fingers at the government, but the real problem are the people. Even the government, the people in the government came from among us. So the major problem we have is the people. We as a people, we need to have a shift. Now, talking about the economy, we know the economy is not doing well. They might tell us we need to inject, we need to inject, we need to inject. For how long do you want to inject? The people, for you to know that the economy is working, you need to go and ask an average Nigerian, how are they coping? Poverty rate is increasing every day. And even me as a business person, the way we used to do business is not the same way we are doing business again. Things are getting more difficult. So the test of whether the economy is working is not in the thing that the people in the government are telling us. It's in how we, the led, are feeling the economy. So that is the way I see about it. The economy is not, the inflation rate is even still rising.
No. I'm not sure you follow the statistics at the moment. The inflation rate is dropping. So I don't know from which angle you are looking at. If you're saying that the economy is not doing well, with the statistics coming from the World Trade Organization saying the economy is stable at the moment, what do you make of this?
Who are the people that give the statistics? And what are the yardstick for measuring the statistics? You know, the way what I see about Nigeria is that we have a lot of sugar coating. Anybody can go and just cook up any statistics and say, okay, this is what is happening. But the real thing that is happening is on the street. You see someone that used to eat 3 square meals, now has cut down the meals to 1. Someone that used to take 2 is probably taking half. And then you are telling me the statistics is saying that the thing is getting better. It's getting better. So what shows that whether it's getting better or not is not your statistics. It is the reality of the average Nigerian. And I'm sorry to say, I'm not seeing the difference. I'm not seeing that things are getting better.
Okay. If you were the Nigerian president now, how would you tackle these challenges? And I know you mentioned something about Nigerians being another problem. How would you initiate the mindset shift? Thank
you very much. What I say about Nigeria, not just this Nigerian government alone, the Nigerian government that have been in place from time is that there is this idea of when they get to power, there is a kind of they are not in tune with the realities again. Now the people in government, they enjoy whatever they want to enjoy, and then the people outside, they complain. So sometimes it's difficult for people in government to understand what those people on the street are saying, because you have light, you have food, you have everything you need, but the people out there are struggling. So if I was the Nigerian government, the thing I would do are just going to be people-focused. Now, the first thing is that the people as a whole need to have a paradigm shift. Now, I see people campaigning for elections and say, I'm going to do infrastructure, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Not one person can change Nigeria. Let me give you an instance. If as a president aspirant, I become a president, and I so much have passion to change Nigeria, can I be the president, be the Senate president, be member of the Senate, be permanent secretary at the same time? So even if you have a good agenda for the country, there is no way your agenda can work if you don't have a good team to work with. Now, people always complain about the political leaders. If you go to those ministries and see what the civil servants are doing, you weep for Nigeria. A file that's supposed to move from this table to that table within a day can stay within 3 weeks. Why? Because you refuse to give a handshake, or what they call water. Give me water.
They're thirsty.
So the first focus I would do is to focus on the people. Except the people change, Nigeria continues like this.
I love the fact that you raise the people, that they should change. Because when you said earlier that inflation is increasing by the day, I disagree with you, because with the statistics that we have is about 21.88% in July compared to what we had in June. So where lies the role of the people in all of this development? Because even that vegetable seller is saying that there is an increase, and they are increasing by the day. So where lies the responsibility of we as individuals to be able to fall aligned with things?
That is exactly what I'm saying. You see, Nigerians as a people, we have problems with our mentality. Everybody is trying to take advantage of the other person. Now, when the thing now becomes a problem, we focus on the government. Let me give you an instance now. When anything that goes up in Nigeria doesn't come down again. So if there was an inflation or something that causes something to go up, now the moment government does something that makes that thing to come down a little bit,
okay,
the people, for example, you talk about the market sellers, maybe before, okay, let me give my own job as an example. I'm a developer. So when there was a problem, the iron was selling for 1 million naira per ton, the prices of property go up. Now iron has come down a little bit. The prices of the property stay the way it is. So now, as a people, if we are going to be sincere with ourselves, the moment the cost of production comes down, the price of your output is supposed to come down.
Why I brought that analysis is because we focus more on the government. Realize the role of the people. I've had an encounter with people, because I also go to the market. You will see someone who's just selling oranges will tell you that dollar is increasing. That's why they decided to add such to their products. So the people too have a role to play in ensuring we have better economy in the country. That's one side. Let's look at politically now. We've seen a lot of realignments in the country. What do you make about this coalition ahead of the 2027 general election?
Actually, generally anywhere in the world, coalition is actually a good thing for democracy. However, when the motive of something is wrong, nothing can be right. So what is the motive of the people that are forming this coalition? That is what I'm asking myself. Is it for revenge? Is it for personal aggrandizement? What exactly is the reason why they are forming the coalition? So if the coalition is for the people, then it is a welcome idea. But how do you know whether it's for the people or it's for those people? You will see in the things that they are doing. Let me give you one instance. Now, one of the members of the coalition said, if by 2027 anybody rigged an election, Nigeria will burn. That statement, I have a lot of issues with that statement. Because if Nigeria burns, I can assure you that that person will probably not burn with Nigeria. His children will probably not burn with Nigeria. It is where two elephants are fighting. It is the grass that is there that will suffer. So if these people truly have the interests of Nigerians at heart, what they're supposed to be doing now is to say, okay, fine, if we win this election, there might be a rigging in court. So how do we make it difficult for rigging to happen, rather than you waiting for the rigging to happen and then you set Nigeria on fire? So what they are supposed to be doing, if all the things they are saying, I'm observing what they are saying, is it people-central or is it based on personal ambitions, revenge, to prove points that one region is bigger than the other, all those kind of things. So if whatever they are doing is not, again, based on the interest of the people, it's a waste of time, because we better off just remain with what we have now.
Just a moment, Banker, I will allow you to chip in your own comments. Let's rejig it a bit, looking at youth participation in politics. You're a young person. What has been the role of the youth in ensuring they also join politics for better governance and better development in Nigeria?
If the youth join politics, I still don't see difference. I don't see the youth making any difference. Let me give you an answer. The youth that are on social media throwing banters on propagandas when they are supposed to be debating on issues and capacity. Now, in Nigeria, when we want to choose a leader in Nigeria, it's a battle of who has the least problems, who has the least character issue. Oh, my own candidate stole $1 billion. No, your own candidate stole $1 million. So between $1 billion and 1 million, which one is less or more? That is what we are debating on choosing a leader. So we are choosing from the worst, between the bad, worst, and worst, when we are supposed to be fighting for choosing between good, better, and best. So people are sentimental. The youth themselves are sentimental. We don't even know where we are going. In 2009, after I finished my NYSC, so I went into my former secondary school. I wanted to just have a chit-chat with the students there because I had time. And then I was talking about corruption. It was like they had a rehearsal. Immediately I mentioned corruption. SS2 students, they all chorused. Corruption is our culture. So now a set of youth that already have that mindset that corruption is our culture, what do you see them going to do when they get to power?
I mean, a lot of people would disagree with everything you have said. And particularly, there was a time when, I think about 2 weeks ago, there was a debate on this same youth participation in politics. And a lot of young people on social media, they stated that, well, nomination forms for political parties in the first instance, they're too expensive for someone who just finished school, who is maybe 24 and maybe doing her second job and earning maybe 150K to go and buy nomination forms. And if you even want to go into, let's say, grassroots politics too, you see a lot of people that, just like you said, civil servants that kind of rebuff you from doing what you want to do. So how do you respond to that?
Yeah, see, I don't have a problem with youth going into politics. In fact, the youth are
But you just said that it will make that there will be no change.
Yes, I'm going somewhere.
Okay.
The youth are supposed to go into politics, but to go and do what exactly? Before we get into politics, we need to have a mission. What are you going to do in politics? Except we have this paradigm shift among everybody, including the youth, we are going to just see that a youth get to power, we expect something different, but instead of the youth doing something different, now he's doing something worse. So what I'm saying is that before the youth get into power, the youth need to be equipped for that position.
And how can they be equipped?
That is the work of the. Now that's what I'm saying. That if I was to be the president of Nigeria now, the way they are doing the propaganda on the issue of they set influencers on social media and then they start doing propagandas. The same way they are supposed to have this informal way of educating people.
Okay.
On the right way, on the right mindset, and sorry, let me say this: in developed countries, what they use to build those countries is not propaganda. They use they brainwashed those people, so to say, in having this passion for their country. You will hear things like, "Don't ask for what your country can do for you. Ask for what you can do for your country."
And that is where I am also going to in my next line of question.
Exactly.
At what point can we have this culture of making Nigeria great again? Because when we wake up and we see everything, the old, it doesn't speak well for us as a nation. Like I said some days back, that when a young American wakes up, we say, "God bless America." How can we get to that level of our culture, blessing our country, blessing our leaders? At what point can we get to that level?
I think it was 3 years ago, I was talking to a group of people. I said, when I have enough resources, I was going to have economy missionaries. What do I mean by economy missionaries? That I was going to send I want to have a lot of people that I pay, then I send them to nook and crannies of the country. What these people do is that they have lectures, seminars, symposiums, where they are practically giving the people the resources. The people are used to a particular way of life based on the way they are born, the things they see around them. It has become a culture. So I was planning of having people sent to all these nook and crannies to have lectures, educate people informally on how they need to do things, a kind of giving them a paradigm shift of looking beyond themselves. Everybody is fighting for themselves. You see people even driving on the road. If you are slowing down for somebody else overtake you and say you are mad or you should, because everyone is just in a hurry to achieve something for themselves. So we need to look beyond self and look at the larger picture. So the way to achieve that is also the same way that the politicians are fighting each other with propaganda. They are getting. So now, 3 years ago when I was having this plan, the internet, the social media has not developed to this level. Now, the social media can be, we can take advantage of social media, recruit. Yes, the government can spend money on this because except the people are well, this nation cannot be well.
We have to pray that the nation is well. Mr. Ramon, we ensure that things get better.
Every time prayer.
We need to be positive with our analysis. Many thanks. MD Owolabi Ventures, Owolabi Ramon, many thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much
on the program this morning.
Okay, thank you. Nice to be here.
Okay.
All right, let's tell you that we're going to break at this time and we're back with more stories. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.